welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial using all of my Holy Grail affordable products. So the first product I want to go ahead and start off with are these eye patches. So these are from Pixi and they're the depuffing eye patches. I love wearing eye patches in the morning before I start my makeup routine because I just feel like they're so essential. These I've been using for a minute. You can find these anywhere where they sell Pixi. I just like to go ahead and apply these on my under eye just for that maximum hydration down there. You guys know that like skincare can be very expensive, especially if you go to like Sephora to buy some eye patches. They can be like $60. So I definitely recommend checking out the ones from Pixi. I like to leave these on for 5 minutes and drink some water, just chill, and then start the full snatch. Okay, so now that we have removed the patches and we're feeling super refreshed, we can go ahead and start off with our eyes. And I have some palettes that I want to talk about that I'm a huge fan of, and these are the Kokie Cosmetics Artist palette. I have like this neutral one, which is the Goddess palette that I am obsessed with. You guys have seen me talk about this a lot. They also have another one that I really love, especially for spring and summer, and that is the Peachy Queen palette, which looks like this. It just has like the most beautiful little peach shades in here, and I've been doing so many pink looks that I kind of want to stay away from this for right now. And I'm gonna go more so for the wearable one, which is the Goddess palette. I'm just gonna be doing one of my more so favorite looks to do. So I'm gonna start off with this shade right here, just like my neutrals, and I'm gonna build this up on my crease. And you can see like this pigment is incredible. But I just love these palettes, and I feel like out of all of the drugstore palettes, these are by far my favorite ones. You can find Kokie Cosmetics at your local Rite Aids. If you don't have a Rite Aid near you that sells them, you can also find them online at kokiecosmetics.com. I do have a coupon code with them. It is Themexicanbeautyy. You can save yourself 25% off your order. And it's just a good situation for you guys. Once I have that in there, I'm gonna go ahead and take this brown right here, and I'm gonna start applying it right on the depths of the crease. Such a good palette, and I feel like if you're somebody that wants an everyday palette, this is gonna be your staple. Now that that is very nicely blended, I'm gonna go in with the shimmery shade that I want to put on the lid. And for shimmery shade, I'm gonna be mixing these two because they're just so pretty. These shimmers in this palette are amazing. Like, look at that. These are better than some of my really expensive shimmers. Like, I'm telling you guys. So once I have that, I'm gonna go back in to the brown that we used on the crease, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of some rounding out the eye. And then once I do that, I'm gonna be taking the darker shade, so this darker shade right here, and I'm just gonna add it just on the outer corner. So that's pretty much the eye done. The only other thing we're gonna go ahead and do is apply liner. I've been really into using liquid pen liners instead of gel liner, and I don't have one from the drugstore, but I've heard really good things about, I think, the new Maybelline one. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that out. Okay, so I finished both eyes and I'm just living. So now we can talk about Holy Grail lashes from the drugstore. And these are my favorite lashes ever, the ARDELL Studio Effects DEMI Wispies. I like to get the 2-pack because I love and swear by these. I've gone through so many, but they usually last me a good amount of time. I would say like 10 to 15 wears, like if you take care of them, obviously, which I always do, and which I'm sure you guys will too. But like, they're just so nice, and the band is so thin that it doesn't feel like you have anything on. And like, they are just so easy to put on because there's just such a thin band that it feels like you're not doing much work. See that? Like, they just look beautiful and they look wearable. You can still see everything behind the eye. They're so lightweight, perfect for special occasions, everyday wear. Like, these are phenomenal. Okay, so we have our lashes on, and now I want to move on to cleaning up the brows. So I did go ahead and do the brows off camera because I feel like I've done this step before, and brows can be like such a little bitch. So I do want to quickly mention my favorite brow pencil. This is the Kokie Cosmetics Warm Brown. I swear by this brow pencil. I know it doesn't come with a spoolie. That's the only thing I would love for Kokie Cosmetics to add is like a little spoolie in here. But this color is like my perfect shade. It's like the perfect warm brown. Like it reminds me of a dupe for a Precisely My Brow by Benefit Cosmetics, which you guys know that's like a holy grail when it comes to high-end makeup. And something that I've really been enjoying is the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer as a product to clean up the brows. This does remind me a lot of my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. So if you guys have this Painterly Paint Pot, you will really enjoy this guy. I always like to use like a little precise brush and clean around these edges. That's what I like to do. And now we can move on to our primers. So we have to talk about the e.l.f. Putty Primer Matte version. Two other primers that I really love, but I literally use them all up, are the Kokie Cosmetics Matte Primer and their Blurring Primer. If you're looking for a good affordable blurring primer, you're going to love Kokie Cosmetics Blurring Primer. It's like no other. It's not that really thick base that you would expect. It's a very hydrating base, so I definitely appreciate that about that one. And the matte primer is also really good. So I only apply this e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer in the areas where I get very oily. So the nose area, the smile line area. I also like to apply it like on my chin. And just like right here. This area gets so oily. So I like to go in there and just really tackle that. And like give added life. So now we're gonna move on to our foundation, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have been dying for this part. I do have quite a few affordable foundations, but today I want to talk about the two that I have raved about nonstop for a while now. And those are the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation and the Kokie Cosmetics High Cover. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm going to mix the two together. And I'm just gonna take them on the back of my hand and then kind of like blend them together like this. And I use the shade F12 in the Makeup Revolution one, and I use the shade 60W in Kokie Cosmetics. So let's go ahead and take that. And I'm gonna start off with my e.l.f. sponge. This is another holy grail affordable product. e.l.f. sponge is incredible. You don't need to get a beauty blender to get these amazing results. It's like the perfect full coverage consistency that still feels really wearable on the skin, very long wearing. It has this soft matte finish that definitely gives you a good oil-free finish for a good amount of the day. Another product that I like to recommend to apply foundation that I'm obsessed with that's very affordable is this brush right here. This is the Morphe JH03 brush. Just today I wanted to use a sponge because this is a more full coverage consistency. So definitely check out these two foundations if you haven't done so already. They're incredible. You're not gonna regret it. So now let's move on to concealer. So for concealer, I'm gonna be using another Makeup Revolution product. This is the Conceal and Hydrate. Whenever I use a more so full coverage foundation that's more so of a matte, soft matte finish, I like to use hydrating concealers just because I feel like I need to add some life back into my face. And another product that's a holy grail that I'm obsessed with is my Tati Beauty Puff. I've been obsessed with using this to apply concealer, blush even, like it's just so good. It applies it perfectly. Like, do you see that? It's pure perfection. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to powder. So this is the powder that I like to use to bake the under eyes. This is the Fit Me Loose powder in the shade Medium 25 and doesn't give me any flashback, which I highly appreciate. So I'm just gonna be placing this all over my under eye to really set those eyes and make sure that they don't crease, because I do crease very easily. And I'm using this Real Techniques powder sponge that completely changed my life when I reviewed it. This is magic because it really does grasp the powder perfectly. So it makes sure that when you apply it, you get the maximum powder coverage on your under eye. You can't get the Tati Blendiful at like a drugstore, but it is very affordable. You get this puff and a little puff for $18, which I think is an incredible deal. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and dust that away. but this stuff is so good. Like, I'm telling you, no flashback, very close to my skin complexion, but still looks bright and beautiful. So now we're gonna move on to doing some contouring on the face. This is my Holy Grail contour stick. This is so comparable to the KKW contour sticks, which can be pricey. I think they're like $22. This is so cheap, so affordable. You can find this at CVS. That's where I got it. And I remember when I got it, I wasn't even thinking about it like really that deeply, like, oh my God, this is gonna be amazing. I just got it because I needed something. Before then, I was using my contour sticks by KKW Beauty, and they had just ran out, and I was like, oh my God, I don't wanna spend $22 on another contour stick. And then I found this one in the back of my drawer, and I was like, yep, this is the winner. Now that we went ahead and bronzed up the face with our Wet n Wild contour stick, taking some of my favorite blushes. You guys recently saw me talk about this, but you guys need to check out and hop on this cream gel blush formula because it is so good, especially for like a more skin-like natural blush. I feel like you can't go wrong with this. And I'm gonna be taking my Tati Puff and just taking the blush and starting to really apply it just in the areas where I want to blush up. Another blush that I really love is Milani's blushes. The Luminoso is incredible. Also Flower Beauty, amazing blushes, like very comparable to high-end quality. You will not find me going out and purchasing a high-end blush because I just feel like high-end blushes, the price point is absolutely ridiculous. Once I have that, I am gonna go back in actually with my Fit Me powder. I put it away for a second because I was like, I'm done, but I'm actually not done. I'm gonna be taking the other side. I'm just gonna structuring. And I'm gonna be taking my favorite highlighter from the drugstore, guys. Kokie Cosmetics Heavenly highlighter is where it's at. If you guys want a dupe for Resi with Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter, it is here, Heavenly. You can see that, like, it just gives you like a glow from within, and I love it. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to lips, and I wanna share this lip combo that I've been living for. So it involves two Morphe lip products, a gloss and a liquid matte, and then a Kokie Cosmetics lip liner. This one is in Dusty Rose, and I love it because it's retractable. I tend to prefer these retractable ones over the pencil ones that I have to continuously sharpen. I don't know why, I just feel like these are much creamier. So I'm just gonna go in. And they're so creamy that I can literally just not even have to apply like an actual lip color if I don't want to. Like I mentioned, Kokie Cosmetics in Dusty Pink. Then I'm gonna go in with this liquid matte in Virgin. And this is by Morphe. You can find these at Ulta. You don't have to go to a Morphe store. And I'm just gonna apply that all over. The reason I like this color is because I feel like it looks like a natural lip color. And now we're gonna go in with this gloss in Boho that I've been obsessed with topping. That pretty much, oh wait, we have one more thing. Okay, so this is a more recent discovery, but it has changed my life. This is the Morphe Matte Continuous Setting Spray. It is so good if you guys do have oily skin. And then I just spray. I really hope that this video was so useful for you guys when it comes to affordable products that you can go check out. Definitely don't sleep on affordable makeup because, I mean, look at this. This snatch looks like something that could have been really expensive. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know to continue doing these types of videos for you guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would love for you to become a member of me here on YouTube, and I wouldn't want you guys to miss these videos for the world. So hit that subscribe button, while you're at it, hit that notification bell, because that will make sure that every time I upload, you're the first to watch. That being said, I love you guys so much, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.